everybody, welcome to Childbox Reviews. I'm Stan with my lovely wife Tanya here again, and we're doing a review on Ghostbusters Afterlife. We just came out from seeing it, and I don't know, I'm a little bit pumped. We're not gonna, we won't go into spoilers straight away, but we are getting into spoilers. So, yeah, I liked it. I think it's cinema worthy sequel. I don't want to turn this into a let's hate on 2016's crappy version,
bad,
but
though.
yeah, that was terrible.
So bad.
In this movie's sort of defense, because I know there's activists out there who want to complain about it, but the original movies, the first two, those were horrors that had a bit of comedy in it.
Yeah.
And those characters all worked, and it was a nice solid script and stuff that Dan Aykroyd and all that made. The 2016 one was a comedy with stupid horror in it that didn't even
really
work.
Horror, yeah, it was just really badly written.
Yeah, and I understand completely why the fan base has been so annoyed for years about why they did that.
Yeah.
But kudos to Sony and everyone that they took another stab at it, but it worked out really well. It's definitely a movie I'd recommend any fan or anyone to just watch, of any age, because it's nostalgic to the originals, but you don't really need to see the originals, I think, to enjoy it. It does help.
Yeah, it definitely does help seeing the original ones, because this is a direct sequel to number 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would probably say you should see the original first and second one.
Yeah.
To then go into this one.
And a lot of people weren't crazy fans of the second one, but I liked it. I thought the second one was really good.
I can't really remember it. It's been so long.
Remember, I was a kid when I watched it. I used to sleep with a vacuum under my bed because I was scared of ghosts and stuff. And naturally, when you're 9 years old, you think, oh, yeah, I can use the vacuum to suck them up and,
Be a Ghostbuster?
That's the thing. It was really it was a nice way to kind of cope back then. Remember, in the 80s.
Yeah.
I am 38 and I am that guy now. So I can say, I lived in a time where the phone would ring and you wouldn't know who was on the other end.
Yeah.
But for this one, I think that this pays a great homage to where it came from and everything. I think it was really good.
Yeah, it definitely ticks all the boxes. For me, I really enjoyed the movie as well. I'm not a very big fan of ghosts and stuff, so I was scared of the original ones. And I had nudged Dan and I'm like, oh, I'm scared already.
Well, there was a couple of moments in it that you do get jump scares and stuff, and I was like, that's really cool that they're not kind of pulling any punches. But yeah, all in all, I think go see it. It's really fun time at the movies for any parent out there
as well.
Yeah, a lot of parents see that nostalgia, but it's also great for kids, a little bit of reference with that 80s kind of Goonies, the kids on the adventure sort of thing. But we'll get into spoilers now.
Spoilers!
And you can start it off if you want. You can go into
the spoilers?
Yeah. Or do you want me to?
Because I'll drop some big ones, so let's do
Yeah, the cast came back.
Yeah, the whole cast.
And even though it wasn't for too long, it was right at the end.
Yeah.
I think that, the CGI for Harold Ramis playing Egon.
Yeah.
I think they did such a great job with working around that. I got so choked up when I saw that. Yeah, I was just like, oh my God, they did it. That's so cool.
Yeah.
But at the same time, hearing all the history and everything that went down with that, which you can look up and read about, Dan Aykroyd, I think he goes into it a little bit, but there's a lot of stuff that you're sort of back when you heard that, they were struggling to get a third one made.
Yeah.
There was just different things that were going on. And when Harold Ramis passed away, I was just well, they couldn't get the band back together. That really sucks. They couldn't do a reunion tour. And there's so many people out there who were big fans of the Beatles and they never got a reunion tour because one of them passed away real early and stuff. But then to see them work around this, the Reitman guys, father and son stuff, because you know that they had the Reitmans both working on this. It wasn't just his son directing it and stuff. His old man was probably on set just being like, yeah, freaking,
Yeah.
this is what we were going for and stuff. But even too, like the fact that there was no point in this movie where I was looking at my watch or just being like, I was so invested, and there was points where I did kind of get to that issue of, well, what happened to the original cast stuff? That scene where you have her, like, the sheriff going, yeah, you got one phone call. Who are you going to call?
Yes.
And when you have Aykroyd's, like, freaking, like, he's there in person, like, talking on the phone, explaining, well, this is what happened.
Yeah.
Because there was just little clues that they were leaving, those breadcrumbs, like, right at the start and stuff. I was just like, oh, that's got to be Egon.
Yeah,
like,
they weren't referencing any names. They were just saying, my grandfather or my father. They never said their last name. So you're like, whose father, whose grandfather.
You pick it up from the trailers a little bit.
You pick it up from the little girl, and
it looks like Egon, and same with the older brother and stuff. You're sort of like, they did some great casting in this as well, but also too, I think Paul Rudd did a really good job.
Yeah, Paul Rudd was great. I mean, he's probably one of the ones that dropped the humor.
Yeah.
So like, you kind of look to him for the humor a bit. And of course, having Bill Murray back at the end as well, dropping some funny.
Yeah, just Bill Murray playing Bill Murray again. Like, it was just really cool. But just I liked seeing that on screen, like, kind of one last hurrah kind of for him, and like
passing it along to the new generation.
The second that I was like, that's just the three of them and stuff, when you see that hand grab and hold in place, like Phoebe's hand to like that, just like I had tears in my eyes. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. Like, they actually did such a great job with, like, the CGI and bringing them back. But
I kind of saw that coming, because I was referencing more of like Harry Potter, like where they got the wands. So I'm like, any minute now they're gonna have a shot.
I never put that two and two together. I was just kind of like, oh, that's really cool. Like, because they cross the streams, I was like, they haven't got a fourth one. And then when they have his granddaughter come in, and like, she's trying to do it and she's struggling because she's a kid holding a proton pack. And like, it's just really cool to see that they did such a great job to, like, generations and stuff. And then, like, even too, when they had Up in the Sky saying for Harold. And I was like, that's really sweet. This is so.
Him get peace as well.
Yeah,
very sweet.
I love that, because I was just sort of like, it bummed me out with 2016's one, where I was just like, you can tell straight up Harold Ramis didn't have anything to do with this. The humor's not that good.
Yeah.
And it's not like, maybe it is a stellar cast. Movie. But it was just a parody of a freaking great franchise and stuff.
So
but
bad.
So pretty much, I think this is definitely worth seeing in the cinema.
Yeah.
I'm definitely, like, I've got Ghostbusters on, like, DVD there. But I'm just kind of like, I hope they release that little trilogy pack, because I know Blu-rays are getting phased out and stuff, but still, I'd like to own that, because I had the Ghostbusters 1 and 2 video
have,
VHS.
Like, maybe like the car, but it opens up to DVD cabinet, like the case. That would be so good.
That'd be kind of cool and
Get
stuff.
on it, Sony. Let's go.
It might happen, like, but who knows?
Proton pack. Yeah.
Is there anything else we didn't touch on?
There's probably a bunch we didn't touch on, but there's just so much in this movie to unpack, and we both were just so lost in the story that it'll come to us later.
It's only coming out here in Australia like January the 1st. The rest of the world got it last month, I think, or the month prior or whatever. They got it like 6 weeks earlier. So we've only just got it, so this is why we're only putting out the review now.
Yeah.
But next up's review is going to be very cool. And I'm just freaking, like, just wanting to. It's that's Doctor Strange. Yeah. But
wait.
Freaking so we're super pumped, like, because even too, this opens up the door for more to come from
Yes.
these like movies and stuff, like, because I'm willing to watch a sequel now of this,
yeah. Like, just
and you
the
don't
kids.
have to bring like the cast back now. They did a great kind of off into the sunset.
The bookends.
Yeah, it was nice. So
Oh, the ending credit scene where
Sigourney
Sigourney Weaver
into
came
it.
back and Bill Murray is just like back
That-
and forth. I'm like, so what's gonna happen?
Yeah, that was kind of cute. I don't know if there's an after credits thing as well, because we were just so pumped. We were like ready to like run out the cinema, like fist pump in the air.
Yeah,
But
that was good.
yeah, I was really glad that, like, you know, even she was like, yeah, I'll come back for it. Like, and even though
And
it
she
is a
still
tag
looks
end.
great. They all look so good.
Yeah, everyone was like looking pretty good. Like, you know, well seasoned,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
still
yeah.
too.
They got older, but they
It's
still
like
look great.
another 3 movies left in them. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing them, you know, still going at it and stuff. But who knows what's going to happen? Hopefully, yes, they do follow this up with a sequel, and they do, like, you know, touch on
Yeah, hopefully they bring
different stuff.
bring more to it for the newer generation.
Maybe
but
Return
keep
of
it-
Ego.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You know who was missing? The Green Ghost,
Slimer.
Slimer.
I think they tried to replicate him with that muncher.
Yeah, because
kind of
I was
one.
like, you could see the slime coming off places. And
That's
I was
what
like,
I was
is that
just kind of like,
Slimer?
is that? Yeah,
But it was not green, so I was like,
It was kind of green, but not really. I think they wanted to do. I don't think you repeat the same joke. You
Yeah.
reinvent it, and I think they did a good job. Like, you know, 6-arm, like more like a big bug type
Yeah,
thing,
big
just
worm.
munching everything. But yeah, it was. I think like. Yeah, the kids did a great job.
Yeah.
I think the adults did a great job too. The original cast were freaking awesome to see
yeah, so good.
live and in person. So, yeah, I'm just like gonna say, it's a definite see in the cinema. I
Yeah.
loved it. Thought it was freaking amazing.
Yeah, but check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and make sure you leave comments on what you thought about Ghostbusters Afterlife.
And thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye.